Hello, listeners, and hello, lifelong learners. Welcome to today's episode where we'll be talking about how to build an authentic personal brand. Now, you would have heard the recent buzzword, right? Personal brand or personal branding. It's been doing the rounds for a few years now, and I would love to first share what exactly is a personal brand. So, in very simple terms, a personal brand is the set of impressions you leave on people's minds. And these set of impressions, they create an overall picture about you, they create an overall story of who you are. And that is your personal brand. Now, I believe personal brand is also how do you make people feel in your presence? And what do they talk about you in your absence? And if both of these match, then you have a very cohesive, authentic personal brand. Now, your personal brand is a reflection of the kind of person you are and who do you want to be, what are your values, what are your motivations, what are your career goals, all of these together. And in today's world, a personal brand is for everyone. It's not just for celebrities. No longer is it only for celebrities or sports people or people from Hollywood and Bollywood. It's not just for those. Whether you are a corporate employee, even if you are self-employed, you own a business, or even if you are a professional like a teacher or a doctor, a personal brand is for you and for me. Do you want to stand out of the crowd? Do you want to get ahead of competition? Do you want to be known for your expertise, for the value that you bring to the table? Do you want to make a difference in the world? Do you want to attract more opportunities in your life? If you said yes to even one of these questions, then building a personal brand is extremely critical for you. Through your personal brand is how people get to know your expertise. They can build trust in you, and ultimately they will buy into you. They will buy your product or service, or they will buy your opinions or ideas. At the end of the day, that's what we are all doing. We are all selling. So, your brand is what distinguishes you from your competitors, and it helps to form a lasting impression in the mind of your audience, your customers, your key stakeholders, all of that. Now, all of us sell something or the other all the time. Either we are selling a product or a service of the organization we work for, or we are selling an idea or an opinion that we really believe in, or we sell someone else's idea or opinion. But we are selling all the time. Even as a parent, you're selling your authority to your children. As a spouse, you're selling, your ideas and opinions to each other. We are always selling and we are always influencing. So people will buy what you are selling only if they know, like, and trust you. This is called the KLT factor. Okay, know, like, and trust. So people trust you when they get to like you, they like you when they get to know you. But how do people get to know you? First and foremost, only when you're visible, right? If you hide in the shadows, if you don't speak up, if you don't share what's on your mind, how will people even know what you believe in? Or what's on your mind? Or what kind of things do you promote? What values do you bring? So you need to first develop the courage to attract the spotlight and to speak up. Now, the first step to crafting your personal brand is to lay a very strong foundation. And that foundation, then you can build upon it. The key principle to building a personal brand is your authenticity. How true you are to the core of you, and how genuinely you bring that out on the outside. Now, over all these years that I have, learned about personal branding, I have realized that there is a misconception that building a personal brand means that you're crafting a persona. Okay. But a persona, by a definition, is a facade. Okay. A persona is a mask that you put on the face of yourself. It's not a true reflection of who you are. And that's the entire reason why it's inauthentic. Okay. Gone are the days when you needed to fake it till you make it. Remember that? Have you heard of it? Fake it till you make it. It gets thrown around in the personal development industry a lot. It used to, at least. But fake it till you make it does not work when it comes to personal branding. You can, of course, fake confidence till you actually become confident, but faking an entire personality is not going to ensure that you become that personality. In fact, your energies will be fake, and all of us can see through fake energies, right? Can't you figure it out when someone is faking it? You can. So, your personal brand should not be an inauthentic persona. Who you are on the inside needs to show up on the outside. Branding is not about positioning yourself as something that you're not. It's about, being very strategic about showcasing your authentic self. It's about doing it purposefully, consciously, intentionally, and to everyone consistently. Whoever is your audience, your customers, your key stakeholders, you're showing up in your authentic avatar to all of them consistently. So, your personal brand, of course, then is built as a true reflection of what your skills are. What are you passionate about? What are your value systems that you hold very close? And what are your beliefs? All of these skills, passions, values, beliefs, then these translate into how you act, how you behave, whether it's in your office, whether you go for interviews for jobs, or even how you promote yourself on social media. So, all of what you've heard about personal branding, create a website, create a logo, all of that is a shop front. It's a shop front for who you are. Personal branding starts from personal, which means it's got to be who you are in person with others. So it's not just the colors that you use in your logos and websites, etc., etc. Those are the absolute last steps. Your personal branding needs to start with you. But you can't use your brand to get ahead unless you know exactly what your brand is, unless you know exactly what makes you unique. So, how do we find that out? I invite you to write down these questions and address them first. First and foremost, what are your values? What do you truly believe in? Take a good look inside yourself and figure out whether these values are something that are inherent to you, or have you absorbed them from your environment? Is it something that just needs to be done or should be there? Have you bowed down to all of those, or are you living your life as per your own values? The second question: what excites you? What's your passion? What brings you joy? What's your purpose in life? What gets you out of the bed with a spring in your step? These are all the things that motivate you to be better. They motivate you to do better. Okay, so find out what excites you. Next question: what are your strengths? So many of us don't know our strengths. Why? Because as a society, we focus more on our weaknesses and strengthening our weaknesses, working on our weaknesses. We spend so much time, energy, effort on strengthening weaknesses, whereas we could have spent that same time, energy, effort in strengthening our strengths to become better, bigger, bolder. So I invite you to figure out what your strengths are. What are you good at? What are some of the skill sets that you have that are unique to you? Here, you can go one step ahead. Ask 10 people around you. These could be your peer group, this could be your seniors in your professional environment, these could be your children. This could be your parents, your closest friends. Ask these people, at least 10, what do they think your top 5 strengths are. Go ahead and send them a WhatsApp and say, I'm doing a research, please tell me what do you think my top 5 strengths are. And I can assure you, some of you are going to be blown out of your minds with what you find out. So go ahead and figure out what your strengths are. And the next question you need to ask yourself is, what exactly are your personal and professional goals? What kind of career do you dream of? What kind of profession? What kind of meaning do you want to make in this world? What kind of contribution do you want to make? See, clearing an MBA is not, a real goal. It's just a means to an end. I hope you understand that. So, what exactly do you want to contribute to the world? That is a goal. What kind of people, what kind of opportunities do you want to attract in your life? What kind of people and opportunities will help you move closer to your goals? Write all of this down. These 4 questions are the starting point of getting to know yourself. You'll develop a lot of confidence in yourself. I can assure you that after you have understood these 4 questions. And that kind of a confidence is going to show up on the outside. It's going to show up in the way you stand up for yourself. Okay. So start, getting the answers to these 4 questions. Be genuine. It will make it so much easier to manage your personal brand on a daily basis if you are genuine. Okay. When you don't have to fake it and you don't have to stress about what kind of persona you want to create on the outside. And it starts from getting to know yourself first. Accept who you truly are, where do you need to work on yourself, and how you can leverage your strengths. And when you align who you are to what you want to achieve and the contribution that you want to make in this world, bingo. Now you have an authentic personal brand. Thank you so much for listening in. See you in the next episode. Till then, shine brilliantly.